So how are we going to close out this story? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess the Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man episodes 9 and 10. That's right, double episode to close out the season. I feel like with where the last episode left off, with Harry helping Peter find his right way despite, the internal struggles he was going through, especially after what Norman had said to him. Also helping get the what is clearly going to be the final and main Spider-Man suit made. He's about to head into the big battles with Scorpion and possibly the 1/10th. Um, they're definitely going to be involved in that because obviously the Scorpions and the 1/10th are rival gangs, and you got to kind of have both of them in there. Plus, we got to follow up with these last two episodes on Lonnie's decision to stay with them. We have to follow up on Doc Ock being arrested because that's clearly not the end of that story. We have to follow up on a lot of things. And we also have to just close out the story. We also haven't gotten anything since episode 1 regarding Doctor Strange and that symbiote. So I wonder if we're going to figure out what the hell is going on with that finally, or if that's going to be saved for season 2. I do know one thing about season 2 because it was talked about, and it's just that about Gwen Stacy coming in. This was publicly announced and everything. Gwen is going to be coming in, including as Spider-Gwen, and it's going to be interesting to see how that's integrated in to this series. So, for now, though, I think... excuse me. I think we should focus on seeing what this season has to, close us out with. Because I feel like there's a lot of great possibility, and considering how fantastic this season's been generally, I hope that it ends on a really high note. We've gotten so many cameos from characters, so many setups for characters such as Chameleon and whatnot, and we're gonna get even more in season 2. So this is bound to be a great finale. I'm really excited for it. And obviously, I'll talk about in the afterthoughts what's going to replace it on the schedule, but we'll get to that. For now, let's just get to this episode, or these episodes, and see what they have in store for us. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, there is a lot of setups with this. You have setups from Green Goblin, Venom, Doc Ock, Tombstone, and so much more. I mean, you've already got stuff from the past as well. With Chameleon and whatnot, possibly Rhino. They're setting up for a lot for season 2. Season 2, I think, is going to be even bigger and much more crazy. Now, the weird thing is these two episodes were sort of two separate finales. Episode 9 was a finale to a lot of the Peter Parker stuff. Most of the Peter Parker stuff. Um, Outside of with Norman, but that's more Spider-Man stuff. So you had like the conclusion to the entire thing with Nico, the Lonnie and Peter comparisons, as well as just the Lonnie arc kind of finding its way. With Lonnie, you know, kind of like coming into the leadership of the 110th after Don just bitched out. um, you have the finale fight with Matt Gargan, and it really like you could have ended it with that episode and it would have been perfectly fine. Episode 10 felt more like a bonus that wrapped things around with time travel to the first episode, showing how Doctor Strange and the symbiote got there, showing that Norman was kind of behind everything, with Peter to a degree uh, partially culpable too because of him helping unknowingly build this. And really setting up for the future with Webb, with all of these other characters, and really like getting season 2 prepared for us. It wasn't a necessary episode. You could have taken out almost everything, I feel. The only thing that I feel was super necessary was the stuff with Norman. Not the stuff with like opening the portal and the symbiote coming through and that coming around to the to the first episode. More so like Peter and Norman kind of like fully falling out at this point. It's like it's not going to work anymore, especially now that Peter is like helping Harry create this new company, Webb. That's kind of going to act as a replacement. And so we're kind of like moving on to that next stage. And at this point, Peter knows he can't trust Norman. That was the important part of this episode. The other stuff, again, with Doctor Strange and the symbiote, at least for now, outside of like the setup for Venom, seemed like it was more of a bonus thing that until we see where it goes and what exactly they do with Venom next season, I don't know if it's going to be like as important or as big of a like true finale to the season as episode 9 was. I feel like episode 9 was more of like the finale to, again, most of the plot points, while episode 10 felt like, oh, you just want cool Spider-Man shit? Have some cool Spider-Man shit. It felt like an excuse to just get really cool. To just do really cool Spider-Man shit and to do a lot of the setup work for season 2. And I can dig that. I have no issue with any of that. And I feel like cool Spider-Man shit is sometimes what we want to see. And I love the setup work. I like how much they're setting up. Season 2 is going to be insane. And considering we already know Spider-Gwen is going to be in it, that's going to be wild to see how that comes into play. Will Daredevil be back? I mean, Jean is clearly going to be back, and she's working with him. Will Doctor Strange be back? Will we see any other Avengers? We already have seen a couple of them, I think. Well, we for sure saw Iron Man. I think we saw a couple of the others maybe in like pictures and stuff, but I don't know if we actually saw any of the other Avengers in person. But I'm very curious. And since they've set up with like Chameleon, they could also bring in other villains like Craven. That would be really cool. Um, I think it would be cool if they brought in like Mysterio. Mysterio is a super underrated Spidey villain. Um, there's just so much they could do. Vulture, even. I mean, again, just ignoring all the stuff we've already set up for. Like, there's so many possibilities. And I'm very excited to see where they go with it all. And obviously, I'll be reacting to it when we get to that, but we've probably got quite a bit of a way to go until that ends up coming out. Um, but we'll keep up to date, and the Discord is always a good place to do so at. So if you're not on the Discord, please check it out. Link is in the description below. But all of that being said, I really like how this is ending with, again, the parallels between Lonnie and Peter. And now we see that that gas that leaked out from the suitcase and everything, we see that it is turning him into more of the Tombstone we know, with like the gray skin and everything. He's starting to get to that point, and that's going to be interesting to see how this transformation further like evolves. And obviously him like throwing away his school jacket at the end there was very symbolic of him like fully dedicating himself to the 1/10 like more than ever before. I mean, and I mean, we know he's the boss now. He's the leader. Since Donovan bitched out, they needed a new leader, and who better than Tombstone at this point? He stepped up when Donovan ran like a pussy. It's just it's a great series. Like they really had a passion for Spider-Man here. It was very clear. And they made some changes that just worked on so many levels. Like just honestly, what they did for Matt Gargan alone is fantastic, because it has the same vibes as what the PS5 game for Spider-Man 2 did for Kraven the Hunter, making these villains actually super threatening and cool rather than kind of silly. I just think that's like a great concept. And hopefully we get more of that in season 2. More of those just amazing concepts, some maybe smaller villains made a lot more threatening and a lot more intimidating and cool. That's definitely something I would love to see. And hopefully we will. But I guess for now, we'll just kind of leave it there. Um, lot of great stuff to look forward to in the future, and that brings us up to, well, what is going to replace this? Because obviously there's a lot of different shows I have like in the waiting to get their spot in the lineup. Um, but I already kind of knew what was going to replace this for a while now, because the timing works out, and I just feel like I just feel like I need to, or not really need to, but I want to get to this kind of like as it comes out, because I didn't do that with season 1 and 2. And so yeah, this Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, is going to be replaced starting next week with Fire Force season 3 part 1, mind you, because it's being split into multiple cores and it's going to be released in separate portions. But it's technically one season. And this is the final season, too. It's going to close out the series. And I'm very excited to see how it goes. I have some misgivings about Fire Force. There's some things I'm not a huge fan of, like Tamaki. But there's a lot that I really do love. And with this being a prequel series to Soul Eater, I want to see if like more of that gets explained in season 3. Because we saw the moon in season 2. Haumea was like worshipping it practically or whatever. Um, so we're definitely going to touch on that, I feel. And I'm excited for that. And I'm excited to see more of the cool action and stuff, like with Maki and all of our other great characters whose names I'm forgetting right now. Obi, Benimaru, definitely want to see some more great stuff with him. Just a lot of great action. It will definitely be incoming. And yeah, there will be the bad fan service from Tamaki and whatnot. It sucks, but it's going to happen. I'm expecting it. But we'll get good fan service too, because the series does have some good fan service that actually, progresses plot lines and character work and all of that. Also, we'll have, I'm sure, even though we didn't get her much in season two, we'll have Princess Hibana, which is always exciting because she's like amazing and beautiful, and I just really like her. But I'm sure we'll get more of her, and that would be pretty cool. I I don't think we got a lot of him in the second season either, but I'm sure we're gonna get more of Sho as well. Shinra's brother. He was kind of mostly absent from the second season. Also, there's a couple characters we still need to fucking save. Like, I can't remember his name right now, but the kid who we just let go back into this abusive relationship with his caretaker. Yeah, we need to actually save him, please. Also, the one girl who, again, name I can't remember at the moment, who is, like, clearly not okay. And clearly needs to be shown love and, actual care. It's like we need to save her from the White Clads and all, too. Um, we'll see how it ends up going. I'm definitely excited to get back to this, and I'm excited to see the opening. I haven't seen it yet, but the opening is being done by Queen Bee, and if you know me at all, you know I fucking love Queen Bee. They're one of my favorite bands, from like anime and whatnot. You might have heard them before. They did a ending theme for Chainsaw Man, Violence. They did the first opening for Undead Unluck. They did the first opening for Dororo, among other things as well, here and there. So the fact that now they're getting an opening for Fire Force is just so good. It's so cool. I can't wait to hear that. I have not heard it yet. I have not seen it yet. I am waiting for this. Um, Avu-chan, they're the lead singer of Queen Bee, and I can't wait to hear their voice just absolutely shredding in this song, because it's gonna be a kick-ass song, because Fire Force's music is kick-ass. That is the unofficial official genre of Fire Force theme music, kick-ass. I can't wait. That's gonna be so exciting. Um, but yeah, we will get to that right away next week, taking this spot. And I can't wait to see what we got coming. So tell me in the comments below what you thought of these final two episodes of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.